Hey everybody, it's Tom Bullington with InMotion Realty. Hope you're doing great today. Today, just wanted to briefly go over the difference between FHA and conventional loans. FHA loans are insured by the Federal Housing Administration, or the FHA. Typically, they have a little bit fewer restrictions on them than a conventional loan would have. And I'll just kind of walk through this. Basically, your down payment for an FHA loan is a minimum of 3.5%. That's typically easier for people who are a first-time home buyer or someone with maybe a challenged credit rating to be able to come up with the money to put the down payment down and then do payments accordingly. So an FHA loan, a little bit easier to get into. It's backed by the federal government, and it does not depend as much on the credit rating of the applicant. So a lot of times it's very popular with first-time home buyers. A conventional loan, rather, you can put up to 10 or 20% down for a conventional loan. Typically, you have a higher credit rating. You have a lower debt-to-income ratio. So the difference between your income and the amount of debt that you have is in a better balance. And you're going to have that larger down payment. So a conventional loan typically is, I guess, more of the conventional or more of the normal way of borrowing money for a house. FHA is typically for first-time home buyers or for people that have maybe a little bit more of a financial challenge in getting into a home. The federal government gets involved in that. The federal government wants you to own a house. That's better for the national economy. That's better for the FHA. It's just better all the way around. Plus, the federal government is getting interest out of that too. So conventional loans are not backed by the government. They're insured by private lenders. So a lot of times you'll hear that your mortgage has been sold to another lender. Once you've closed on your house, that's what happens, is that these mortgages are being purchased by other lenders, and they are taking on that debt and that responsibility. With an FHA, though, when you are getting to the point where you are purchasing a home and you're going to use FHA financing, the approval process for that does include an appraisal and an inspection that is going to look for things like peeling paint, structural issues, foundation cracks, things of that nature, cracked windows, a bad roof, anything that would make the federal government lose money on its investment it wants repaired, a broken fence, things like this. So the FHA appraiser might come in and say, we need this peeling paint removed, or we need the roof replaced. A lot of times that comes into play after the inspection process and an FHA appraisal takes place. So just something to know with an FHA. A conventional loan, you can do an as-is, you can do a cash. Obviously, cash is not going to be a loan, but conventional loan is a lot more lenient with, you can waive the inspection, things like that. So FHA, a little bit more stringent to get the loan, but only after you've actually been approved for it and the inspection has taken place. But an FHA generally is easier to get to begin with, and just the federal government's involved makes it a bit sticky. The process goes out a little bit longer, typically about 40 to 45 days with an FHA loan. Conventional loans can be 30 to 35 to 40 days. So a little bit longer for the FHA appraisal and all of the government necessities in there. A conventional loan can move a little bit more quickly. So if you have any questions about that, or FHA or conventional loans, or getting into the housing market as a first-time home buyer, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's Tom Bullington, InMotion Realty. You can text or call me at 651-402-6356 on the web at tombullingtonhomes.com. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.